Welcome. My name is Jenny Collery and I'm a librarian for the College of Arts and Humanities at UCD. For this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to access UCD Library eBooks remotely. eBooks are accessed via UCD Connect. The easiest way to demonstrate this is with an example. So let's look for eBooks about the writer Elizabeth Gaskell. Go to UCD Connect to begin your search for the book. To access the library from here, you click on the library option. This brings you to the online tools page. There are a number of options here that you can access. The one we're looking for is OneSearch. Click OneSearch. Now, because you are off campus, it's asking you to log in. This is normal. You simply put in your UCD Connect username and password. So I will just enter mine. Once you have entered your password, the OneSearch screen will appear. Now on OneSearch, you can find a variety of things: books, ebooks, journal articles, online reference resources, newspaper articles, and even images. So it really is a one-stop shop. So we are looking for the writer Elizabeth Gaskell, so I'll simply put in her name. Make sure that you're spelling it correctly and click search. Now this brings up just over 13,000 results, so that's an awful lot for us to have a look at. You can narrow that down in a number of ways. One simple way is by putting her name in inverted commas. What this will do is it will find any resources that are for just the words Elizabeth Gaskell, and it will exclude things such as where just Gaskell is mentioned or just Elizabeth. That brings us down to 8,000. These options on the left-hand side of the screen also allow you to narrow down. So if you're looking for books, for example, we're looking for ebooks, we can select Book eBook, and that brings us a list of many different books. So for example, this one here is a physical book, and the reason why I know that is because it's got what's called a shelf mark or a class mark here, the 823 GAS/S. And also it's got a due date, which means somebody has it out on loan, so it's usually a physical book. And these are ebooks here. Now if I just wanted to get access to ebooks and not see the physical books in my results list, I can select full text online. So that gives us 196 books. Here's one here on Elizabeth Gaskell. So if we click on the link, sometimes this will bring us directly into the book, and sometimes there's a few screens to go through first. So for this one, we can see here that there's a number of suppliers that give us access to this book. So I'll click the first one and see where it brings me. So it's bringing me into the book, and if I just scroll down the page, you can see this is the table of contents, and in this particular book all the chapters are selected as PDFs. So when you're doing your reading and you find a good chapter that you're going to refer to again, open the PDF and save it onto your computer or a device so that you can refer to it again when you're not reliant on the internet. So if we go back to OneSearch, I had said we were looking for ebooks about Elizabeth Gaskell. You can use the advanced search to narrow down your search to find books that are just about her rather than just mentioning her name. So if I remove the inverted commas here to make the search a bit broad, and where it says all fields, I can select subject. So that means that Elizabeth Gaskell should be the subject of any results that I get. I click search. I get 1,200 or so, and you can see that there's a number of books that come up that way, and journal articles as well. For example, we can see that there's an actual journal dedicated to Elizabeth Gaskell. So that's how we access ebooks about a particular writer. So the next thing you might like to do is find a book in particular. So rather than finding a selection of books about a writer, you might be looking for this book, A History of Irish Modernism by Gregory Castle and Patrick Bixby. So we start again with UCD Connect for our search. So to get into the one search, unless you're already in it, select Library. We go to the online tools page and select one search from there. Now it's not asking me to log in because it remembers that I already logged in a few minutes ago. So here we enter in the title of the book we're looking for. So I copy and paste it in there, A History of Irish Modernism. Now if it's a very particular title, usually the title is enough to find the book. But if it's a generic title like Introduction to History or Introduction to Archaeology, enter in one of the authors as well, which will help narrow things down. So just in case, I'm putting in Bixby there. So I click search. And you can see A History of Irish Modernism 2019. There is an ebook and a book available. So that's how you find a book on one search. Now you know how to find ebooks remotely from UCD Library. If you have further questions or want to know more, go to the library website, or with specific queries, you can email me.